Hey, I appreciate for watching this video, and if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and turn notification on so you don't miss any update. Let's take a look at Ankr. Last time we looked at Ankr was on October the 18th. Here is a recap. When Ankr ran up to about 13.7 and retraced, it was forming this falling wedge, broke out. So now Ankr is in the process of reclaiming this prior high. The price spiked up today. Ankr is now trading over both the 10 days as well as the 50 days. That is a very bullish side. The 10-day moving average was lagging behind the 50 days. But now it is reversing direction, and within the next couple of days, the 10-day would likely trend up, cross over, and then lead the 50-day. That could be a major bullish signal. The 10 days moving average after crossover and drop below the 50 days, reverse direction and trended up. Now it's just another day or two before the 10 days would then cross over and then lead the 50 day. That would be a major bullish sign. The Bollinger Band formed out very nicely. Lots of momentum is being built as the band get contracted. And now the price spike up. The Bollinger Band is expanding and Ankr is riding the upper band of this Bollinger Band. Volume was very low when Ankr was trading sideways. Now as the price spiking up, volume pick up. The stochastic oscillator is definitely showing this upward momentum. Now the blue signal line is leading the red line and the gap is getting wider. So Ankr is definitely looking great. It is beginning this reversal in price. The key is for Ankr to retain most of the gain today and close above this white line, which is the 50 days moving average. The key price that I'm looking for is right at around the 9.5 cents. If Ankr can close today at or above 9.5 cents and stabilize over that, Ankr would likely run up and retest this major resistance at 12 cents. That is where this downward trend line is. Cross over that, then we're looking at Ankr reaching our first target price of 13.7 cents as part of the breakout of this falling wedge. And momentum can easily push Ankr to 15 cents, where it would also be testing the resistance of this upward channel. Another thing is Ankr has been setting up this higher low and lower high. So essentially what happened is since the middle of May until now, Ankr is forming this symmetrical triangle, breaking out of this resistance right at around 12 cents. Technically, that would take Ankr to a target price of about 23 cents. Fast forward, this is the daily chart for Ankr, and the data I have is to 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on October the 31st. Last time we looked at Ankr was on October the 18th. Right at this point, Ankr spiked up, crossed over both the 10 days and the 50 days. After that, Ankr retraced, consolidated, built up more momentum as the Bollinger Band get tighter and tighter. And yesterday, Ankr finally crossed over the 10 days moving average. Today, broke out on very strong volume. Spiked all the way to about 18.6 cents. Breezed right past our prior resistance at 13 cents as well as 15 cents. Right now, Ankr is trading at about 15 cents. Or up almost 50%. About 3 days ago, Ankr launched its 10 million fund to support DeFi and Web3 growth. According to this article from CryptoSlate, blockchain protocol Ankr today introduced Ankr V2, a decentralized web service portal for Web3 development that empowers builders to create multi-chain systems, products, and services. Ankr also announced that it will distribute more than 10 million in grants over a period of 2 years to bolster the growth of a distributed supercomputer and reward the creations of tutorials and educations among Web3 development. Ankr is focused on improving the principles of autonomy and decentralization that are foundation to the success of blockchain technology. We believe the crypto economy needs a decentralized and trustless network where individual operators are incentivized to support blockchain networks and build better products. Noted Josh Neuroth, head of product at Ankr. So this news definitely helped Ankr in terms of the big spike up in price that we see today. Because right after that announcement, as you can see, the price reversed direction, spike up, cross over the 10 days, and after that, it continued this exponential spike in price. Let's look at Ankr on this 5-minute chart. Ankr was pretty much traded sideways, right at around the 9 cents, then broke out, volume pick up, spike all the way to about 11.6 cents. After that, retrace, drop all the way down to about 10 cents. And if we look at how much Ankr dropped, that is roughly about 61.8% retracement. After that, the price stabilized, and then Ankr broke out again on very strong buying value, spiked all the way to about 18 cents, and then Ankr is started to retrace again. One thing we have to keep in mind is Ankr is up big today, but unfortunately on a day that Bitcoin is down big. Right now, Bitcoin is down almost 3%. So there's no doubt when Bitcoin retraces, that would impact the price of Ankr. So if Ankr were to retrace based on this normal retracement pattern, which is right at around 61.8%, we are looking at Ankr to retrace to about 13 cents. But given the fact that Bitcoin is down big today, there is a very good probability that Ankr would retrace more. It could potentially retrace and retest this prior high at 11.6 cents. And that would be roughly about 78.6% retracement from this high. That would be the worst case scenario. I do expect the price stabilize after that, and Ankr would continue this upward trend again. On the daily chart, the chart is setting up beautifully. Volume definitely spike up. This indicates buyer are stepping in and they're driving the price up. We finally had this very bullish side where the red line, which is the 10 days moving average, cross over and lead the 50 days. And now the 10-day continue to trend upward. The last time when this happened was back around the end of July. And right after that, we saw the price spike up from about 7 cents all the way to about 13 cents. The Bollinger Band has been forming out very, very nicely. Lots of momentum is being built up. And now we see this major pop in price. The Bollinger Band expanded. Ankr is riding the upper band of the Bollinger Band. The stochastic oscillator definitely showing this upward momentum, and the signal lines are still in this neutral zone, so Ankr still has a lot more room to run up before we have to worry about it entering this overbought territory. When Ankr spiked up, crossed over the 12 cents, it officially broke out of this large symmetrical triangle. The target for this breakout would technically take Ankr to about 23 cents. And that is where I see Ankr is heading to. If Bitcoin continues to retrace, then there is a good possibility that Ankr may retest this prior high or right at the support of the symmetrical triangle. I do expect to see the price stabilize, and then Ankr would continue this uptrend again, reclaim this prior high at 18 cents, and eventually run up to reach my target price of 23 cents as part of this breakout of the symmetrical triangle. Given the momentum, I do believe that Ankr has a lot more to run up after it hit our target price. So Ankr is definitely on this major price reversal. That's it for this video, and don't forget to click that like button if you appreciate the content that I'm providing.